Welcome back to Octopath Traveler 2. And one of the complaints about Octopath Traveler 1 was you had the party, but there was no interaction between the party members throughout pretty much that entire game. This game, they fixed that with the cross paths as well as the travel banter. On top of that, you have this here, the Journey for the Dawn, which is what we're going to do in this episode. The Journey for the Dawn draws near. If you proceed, the actions you take will be limited for a while. Any details you wish to experience are best completed before the Journey for the Dawn, but the choice is yours. You can still save your progress up to this point, but saving in a different slot is recommended. Begin the tale. Yes. Let me go ahead and up the volume here because there's probably going to be voice acting.
The fire won't catch.
Let's give it another go, Agnew. Every failure brings us one step closer to success, eh?
Right. We just have to keep trying.
We've brought firewood, you two.
Thank you so much, Casty.
Be careful. A fire's not worth getting wounded over.
If it's flames you want, I can do it.
Not so fast, partner. How else are we gonna work up a sweat?
If you insist on being so inefficient.
We're back. We didn't find any beasts lurking about.
But we did find this water. Goodness, physical labor has never really agreed with me.
There's nothing like a good meal after a hard day's work, Temenos.
Speaking of which, I wonder how the hunters are faring.
Hey! Hey! Ta-da! It's not a feast without a main course.
Feast? This is enough meat for a butcher shop.
I didn't think hunting would be so much fun.
You've got the stuff that great hunters are made of, Throne.
Ochek would know.
Oh, are you retiring from the cleaning business, Throne?
Quiet detective. Well then, I believe that's most everything. All that remains is...
Everyone's counting on us to light up their evening. It's time to get serious, Particio.
Right you are, Agnia.
Come on, Fire. You can do it.
We'll show this pile of sticks who's boss. There we go.
This will be a night to remember.
I think you might be right.
Now we feast.
This is nice. Truth be told, this isn't where I imagined my journey would take me. I know what you mean.
As do I.
That's what makes journeys worth taking. You never know where you'll end up.
Oh, what's wrong? Are you cold?
Doubtless someone in Ku is gossiping about you at this very moment.
Perhaps they miss me as much as I miss them. My friends back home. I've learned much in our travels, and I hope I can use it to help my friends and nation.
I know you will, Hikari. And everyone's lives will be brighter for it.
Thank you.
Even after this journey ends, I'm going to keep on dancing around the world until I can dance no more.
Mind if I tag along? With Particio and Rock backing us, we can hop on the steam locomotive and bring smiles to every corner of the world.
That sounds amazing.
With one of those, you could save your feet for the important part, dancing. And I could extend a helping hand to places I've never even dreamt of.
Will you keep on with Air's apothecaries, Casti?
I want to resume my search for like-minded allies.
Now that's a dream I can get behind.
Yeah, me too.
I'm afraid there's one problem with this planet of yours. If you consider how many people there are in this world, then...
There's no room for logic in the realm of dreams, Professor.
Duly noted.
What'll you do, Oswald?
I have some unfinished business to conclude. There are many answers that have yet to be found.
Is that so? It's writ plain on your face. You're worried about your daughter.
There's one answer found.
And what of you, Tamanos? Have you found yours?
Almost. It's like a piece of meat stuck in between my teeth.
Ugh, I know what you mean. I hate that.
So, something's still troubling you, in other words?
Precisely.
So, your days as a detective aren't over yet, then. Well, I'm here if you need an assistant. Assuming you can afford me, that is.
My goodness. You're awfully greedy for an assistant. Even if I said yes, I'm sure you have your own path in mind.
I do. I want to go somewhere far away. To a place that isn't on any map. A place no one knows about.
A place none have laid eyes upon.
You all have such big hopes and dreams. I just want to feast every day. And to keep the people of Totohaha safe, of course. Should I be aiming higher?
Ah, seems like you've got some meat stuck in your teeth.
Don't worry, Ochet. That's a fine dream.
I suppose it is. Look! A shooting star! what tomorrow will bring.
Did I just... huh?
I had an odd dream. There was a dark place, somewhere completely unfamiliar.
And a dark fire was blazing.
I saw the same thing.
Wait, are you yanking my chain? I saw it too.
We all had the same dream. Could it be a coincidence?
I very much doubt that.
I feel as if I've seen that place somewhere before.
Huh, I slept like a baby full of milk, though. Huh. Is it still night?
Strange. Dawn should be upon us soon.
We should patrol the area.
I can barely see a thing.
The stars. They're all gone. And the sky is pitch black.
Something is amiss. This is no natural nightfall.
Oh, Chet?
I felt this. It's just like before. On your guard, everyone!
Something's coming, and it isn't friendly.
It's here.
Battle of wits.
What to do, what to do.
Yeah, so these enemies should look familiar from Oshet's chapter. Deal dark base damage to all foe.
Many thanks. Where was I?
That didn't really work.
Prepare. Is that the spot?
Thinking time. Indulge me
You're in for now. Listen now.
Gotta level up Cassidy's
Well now.
class.
Very well. Smite them. That's how it's done.
I made her a sub-arcanist. I figured that'd be good for her.
You're in for it now.
Okay.
What was that?
Cassidy and I have seen beasts like that before.
At the time, we had no idea what they were. Their nature.
I've seen them too. The black aura resembles the one true magic wielded by Harvey. He called it the Shadow.
A shadow.
What is it?
I cannot say for certain. Not now, in any case.
Mysterious monsters. Just what we need.
We know next to nothing of this phenomenon. Not even the extent of its reach.
Does this shroud cover only this forest? Or is it much larger?
Nothing for it but to check for ourselves.
On that, I agree.
Well, we need to do something.
Unfortunately, we lack the information to know just what that something is.
Well, it's plain what we've got to do. Keep moving forward, right? I'm amenable to that. So let's get a move on.
Eternal night has ascended upon the world. The travelers decide to set out on a final journey to find the cause. Your destination will not be shown on the radar. Search for clues and find your heading. You can change your formation at any time from the main menu. Open the menu, then select formation and change your party as you please. Walk astride your fellow travelers on an epic journey. Start with some travel banner. We've been waiting a while and the sun still ain't rising. What in the world is going on? I don't know, but it's nothing good, that's for sure. If those strange monsters earlier were a product of this darkness, then we must figure out the cause of this long night, and soon. I couldn't agree more. First we search for clues. Now you're talking. So where do we start? Come on now. Must have some idea, right? Why don't we look for places like this one? What do you mean? I mean other areas shrouded in the shadow. There are more? I can't say for sure, but it's the only heading we have. A fair point, standing still will get us nowhere. Let's start by searching for other places blanketed in darkness. Alright, looks like it's time to hit the dusty trail once again. So it's kind of cool how you can, yeah, you can change your party at any time. That's awesome. Oh, she only has... $4,000 points. Or a diamond rod. You can also unequip characters as well. Not in your party, so that's cool. Okay, yeah, see? Notice how this is enshrouded in darkness. The Fell Sun Ruins. Yep, that's one of the areas. Over down here. Tranquil Grotto looks like. And you can tell higher danger level as well. Tombs of the Warden Beast. Also has increased danger level and a shadow there. And then over here... where's it at? To find the area here. That's 51. I don't know the one over here, but it's definitely shadow here. One of these has to be 51. Weird. Oh, the abandoned church. Yep, there you go. Oh, no, wait, that's 31. Well, anyway, one of these around over here is where we need to go, probably. But I guess we'll go to the Fell Sun Ruins first. We'll keep those other save files. I'm going to do over those two. I don't know why I'm trying to do path actions. Yeah, since it's only night, we can't make it day ever. So
Think. Strike them, Yugioh.
My journey will not end here.
keep making our way to the Fell Sun Ruins.
This is the answer.
Smite them.
My journey will not end here.
Do be gentle.
There's a new shadow creature. Shadow Ratkin.
Blaze on. That's how it's done.
Strike true.
That wasn't
Yeah, I had to make her a arm master, but wasn't happy about it. Didn't have anybody else to be an arm master, so I had to make her one.
Oh dear. Blaze on.
Think. Strike them down. Finish.
I wasn't expecting that.
If I can get them up some levels. Oswald, Agnia, and Cassidy, they're the lowest level characters I have. Everybody else is level 80. I don't know how Oswald got so far behind, but it happened.
Blaze on.
I feel like I've used Oswald a lot in this playthrough, but apparently not.
Well,
Many thanks.
Strike true. Thinking time. Strike true.
well now. My journey will not end here.
Okay, Felson Ruins. Journal Fragment 1. I did it. Diary. I finally got hired as a scrivener, and for the Delta Times too. All the world's information flows through a newspaper, a river of facts alongside a paper water wheel. Endless procession of scoop, scoop, scoop. As a journalist, I'll dash about the world, investigating, uncovering, and breaking news. What better way for me to carry out my mission? I thought about this a lot, and everyone has some fact they are hiding. Vast sums of knowledge locked in noggins the world over. But how to crack open these repositories and acquire those tasty secrets within? That's the rub, of course, as I am now. I doubt that I have the dexterity to pick any of those cranial locks. I was raised in isolation, always out of the loop, hiding quietly on the outskirts of society. There's a positive way to spin that, though. I spent all the time that I wasn't talking to people, observing them. Here's what I learned: people let their guard down around cute little animals. A scowling guard captain will play cuddly coo with an adorable puppy and soon confess all of his gripes to the precious thing, and so I will become the puppy. I wag my little doggy tail, act the part of the friendly little non-threatening furball, and slide right into people's confidences. My brother may be the soaring eagle with his bird's eye view, but I'll be a sharp-eyed hound, keeping my nose to the ground and sniffing out every last detail I can find.
Here I come.
Very well. Blaze on.
Timnos is very good in this.
You have my thanks now.
In these shadow areas, because they're all weak to holy.
Strike them down. Finish.
What to do? What to do?
I am very well. Holy light, illuminate the dark. Fighting is not what I do.
Journal Fragment 2. My oldest memory is crimson, a spray of bright red droplets, and a harrowing scream. A crowd fleeing in all directions, and enemy soldiers mercilessly cutting down innocents. Some of them even laughed as they did it. Amidst this, I was a stone, still in my tender years. I neither cried nor wept nor cowered, but merely watched the chaos unfold. Being raised in a war-torn land does things to an impressionable mind. And I suppose something had broken inside me. I would have died that day, cut down like the rest, were it not for my brother. His cunning carved a path for us out of that hellish place. My brother is brilliant, so much so that the enemy king spared him if he would serve. Yet despite his genius, despite how shrewd the plans he proposed were in their attempts to avoid bloodshed, the blood always flowed. Humans steal, they kill, they take and they take and they take. Lives, possessions, land. It's a state of our nature, a simple fact of our existence. Yet unfortunately, my brother and I have seen so much together, and we both reached the same conclusion. The world doesn't deserve to see another dawn. The life of man is nasty, brutish, and ugly. Why not make it short? Journal Fragment 3. Need her on our side, and I need you to convince her that's a good idea. My brother's face was flushed as he handed me a letter addressed to Remake, who was in Hakari's story. Perhaps he'd been in his cups. I need to ask him why he would be celebrating the fundraising in Montwise was going swimmingly. On my way home, I spotted Akari. He's the key to everything in Ku, and if our machinations go according to plan, my brother will get what he is after. I doubt Akari has a clue who I am. No tactic proposed by brother dearest. No prior familiarity with me will help move things along down the line. But though Akari doesn't know anything about me, I certainly know a lot about him. Akari has another side of him, a second personality that my brother says was born from his family's cursed lineage. Yep, we know about that. If he uses latent power, he has that shadow that appears. Somewhere in the past, Clan Clu's blood mingled with that of the infamous Archmage Darkest, sparking a history of war and sacrifice. A more odious bloodline I do not know. As I passed Akari in the street for a moment, I felt as if our eyes met. His gaze was steady and true, just as it was when he was a boy. How had that bright spark in his eyes not dimmed over time? He had seen the same horrors I had, been through the same terrible war. Fragment 4. This is bad. Akari was captured before I had the chance to deliver my brother's letter to Remake. If Akari is killed, it'll ruin everything, and we'll have to start over from scratch. Clan May calls the Fortress of Stormhail its home. Coldest place in Celesta, and I hate it. Time is of the essence, yet this frigid blizzard is battering me about like a leaf in the wind. If only I could take 2 steps without being blown 3 back. By the time I finally reached Stormhail, Akari had already been released. I can only assume he managed to sway Remake on his own. I handed my overdue missive to one of Remake's retainers and quickly put that chilly place behind me. Journal Fragment 5. Oswald is sentenced to life imprisonment. Yep. That was the start of his in Chapter 1. It took me a moment to process the judge's verdict. I blinked, doubting my ears. What was going on here? He was supposed to be executed, wasn't he? I ran as fast as I could to find Harvey. I should have known. That swine had snuffed leaves into the judge's pocket to bribe him into that decision. Why? I want him to see the power of my perfected magic. That is his reason. The blighted fool, pride, worthless pride. We need the Book of Demons complete. What if Oswald somehow finds a way to interfere? When I gave my report to my brother, he simply said, just watch the spectacle unfold. Apparently my brother had already taken Harvey's massive ego into account when he made his contract with the man. If that's the case, then I suppose this isn't a problem after all. Regardless, I should hurry and gather what information I can about Frigid Isle.
Here I come. All right. Bow of the hunter.
To work. Blaze on.
No. Strike them down. Finish.
Here I Magia.
Thank you.
My turn. Magia.
My journey will not end here.
I think I got an idea. What I'm going to do is give her elemental augmentation. I'm also going to give her get rid of this boost at start, I think. Where's it at? Where is... Yep, boost start. Yep. So that's what I'm gonna do with her, and then she'll be able to gonna get that, I guess. Journal Fragment 6. I concealed myself among the chattering students and slipped into Harvey's lecture. The Book of Demons is nearly complete, so he was in a jovial mood. When I saw my chance, I gave Harvey the news. Oswald had tried to escape Frigid Isle and died in the attempt, but he didn't die. But the news would throw his high spirits off a cliff, but instead he just started giggling. It was creepy. When he finally settled down, he merely said, "I need to prepare for my guest's arrival," and vanished back into his laboratory, humming cheerfully all the while. It's like he thinks Oswald is alive. Is Oswald alive? It can't be, and yet, if so, then he will come here to find Harvey and seek his vengeance. Wait, this could be perfect. I doubt Harvey will honor our agreement and hand over the Book of Demons without a fuss. If I could set those two against each other, it might create the perfect opportunity to slip in and swipe the book. I wonder if my brother had predicted this too. Fragment 7. Harvey has left the dust-ruined shrine. The remains of Archmage Darkcast will provide the final piece that Harvey needs. The Book of Demons will soon be completed. I found a nice, cozy place to conceal myself. And sure enough, Oswald showed up, just as predicted. The two fought it out, and I was able to retrieve the Book of Demons in the wake of their battle. Okay, so this person who did the journal, who's written this journal, has the Book of Demons. There was one surprise, however. Harvey escaped alive. What was that bright flash of magic? A glimpse of a force that may dwarf even that of the Book of Demons. That girl, does she have some special power within her? So is Harvey still alive? I don't remember what happened at the end of Oswald's chapter. I thought He must have survived. The dude just said he survived. Oswald entrusted the girl Elena to his assistant before setting off on a journey. Yep. I remember that. Like Alpates, the blood of the Lumina family runs in Elena's veins. I need to continue monitoring her to watch for suspicious signs. Day after day, Elena sits at her desk and pours herself into her studies. A diligent girl, I suppose, but I'm curious as to why her brow sometimes wrinkles and she cradles her head in her hands. Still, her eyes are bright and her gaze seemingly set on some happy goal far off in the distance. A marked difference from when I saw her in Harvey's company. There was only worry and fear in her eyes then. Yeah, I wonder why. My heart nearly leapt out of my throat when I heard the assistant's voice suddenly ring out behind me. Can I help you, miss? I suddenly turned and tried to distract and disassemble with my tried and true cover story. Can I interest you in a newspaper subscription? She smiled, then eyes warm, but I sensed a keen suspicion burning deep within those friendly eyes. I'll not underestimate her again. No one else has ever noticed me when I didn't want to be found. I'll need to abandon my surveillance, too risky. Besides, I've seen nothing suspect in all the time I've watched Elena. Might as well move on to more important matters. Journal fragment 9. Well, here I am in Canal Brine. Word is that I can find someone who has the lost pages of the Book of Night, original manuscript Caldina. Captain of the Sacred Guard seems to be moving as Arcanet predicted in assembling these pages. There's a potential problem, however. A nosy inquisitor named Temenos seems to have caught wind of all this. Arcanet has her eye on him, but I can only pray he doesn't make any problems for us. I'll need to be careful not to draw his attention too. The Book of Night is close to being fully restored. Once it is, I'll need to move quickly to retrieve it and fulfill my mission. Allying myself with Arcanet was merely the easiest means to the end. My brother did tell me to be wary of her, however. He was quite forceful about it. I wonder why. Journal Fragment 10. Then there's a lot more coming up too. Caldina, captain of the Sacred Guard, is driven by a lust for vengeance. To achieve that end, she seeks to make the power of shadow her own. Yeah, it didn't work too well for her, did it? With the restored Book of Night at hand, she set out for the Twilight Shrine. Her naive dream of avenging her people will never become reality. Why, you ask, dear diary? Because the Arcanet taught her is purposely flawed. So there I was, hiding in the shadows of the Twilight Shrine and waiting for the perfect opportunity. Lo and behold, Caldina's right went awry, and she transformed into the most hideous form. No one told me I'd have to deal with some horrible monster. This is above my pay grade. Luckily, I had no need to fear that Temenos showed up and handled a Caldina problem for me. I suppose Arcanet was behind his well-timed arrival. What a puppet master. Bravo. I finally understand why my brother warned me to keep an eye on her. I slipped down to the ritual site after Temenos made his exit and retrieved the Book of Night. All that's left is to combine it with the Book of Demons, and we'll be able to complete the Dark Blood Grimoire. Alright guys. I'm going to end the video here. In the next episode, we'll continue the Journey of the Dawn. Thanks for watching. Later.